middle stop in the middle of February. Now I'm going to mention dates here, simply to let you see how mad the weather is here. So last weekend, today's the 15th, so last weekend, the 7th and 8th of February, the amazing Pauline and Gillian came up and built this. Just to keep us going for things to come. This is going to be our market stall. How incredible is that? And then on Wednesday, which would be the 11th, we had 3 bulk bags of wood chip delivered, which had to be barreled round from the car park to the project because we can't get the vehicles in onto the project. Huge thanks to our friends at Community Payback. They always do an amazing job for us. They've been so helpful right from the beginning, and we so rely on them for things like this. So yeah, we got most of the wood chip round, and then this happened on Thursday evening. Yeah, and on Friday morning it looked like this. So it's been cold. And we can't do anything when we're under 2 or 3 inches of snow. But we have made progress. We've got the wood chip down. We've got the market stall built. So that's all we managed to get done outside. But outside's not what it's all about right now. It's what's going on the inside in preparation for things to come that's important. One of the things I did was put on all the multi-sown seedlings in the tent into their own pots. The tent is still doing exceptionally well. As you can see, everybody in here is very happy. Everything's been potted on. So like in here we have all our little peppers that were just in multi sowings last time. Our tomatoes are going nuts. And look, I don't know if you can see, this is one of our peppers about to flower. And we have some on the other side in similar stages. We have 3 new baby Christmas trees through, and look, there's a 4th one coming. Once that comes through, they're going to come out the tent because it gets too warm for them in here. Now this monster here is our first loofah. Look at it. Look at the size of it. Compared to its siblings, let me see if I can find one. Yeah, so here's a sibling. Started a few weeks later. And we have more peppers in here. Again, some of these are getting ready to flower. So very happy with the tent. Remember I said I didn't know if the small modules were going to come to anything. The answer is no. Killed them. Too bad. So yeah, that's the situation inside at the minute. Here are all the onion sets that had sprouted. So I've got them all potted up. Don't know if they'll come or not, but we'll give them our best. This little batch in the end here, this is our garlic chives that I just popped in to see if they'll come up. So that means our greenhouse at the end here has been emptied because the mushrooms were in there. They've had to come out. This lemon tree is in a bad way. I'm going to see if we can save it. And then I moved all the citrus trees into our second mini greenhouse with their own lights. And these were the tiny little marigolds that I got from Dobbies for £5. So we got all of these for £5. And then in the new one, the extra one at the end here, are all the pots and capillary matting and seeds and everything else. Last time I said we had some really exciting news to share with you. So first of all, we have joined the Heritage Seed Library. The Heritage Seed Library collect and preserve rare seeds, seeds that have been handed down from generation to generation. They haven't been interfered with and artificially modified, but they are rare, very rare. So what we have, our first attempt with the Heritage Seed Library, we have beetroot, Avon Early, a climbing French bean, Hamburg, Jay's peas, what's this? Tomato Brooks Special, shark fin melon, and green nutmeg melon. So these are the ones that we are going to try growing on the project to maintain the number of these seeds and hopefully increase the number of these seeds. But even more exciting, we have been accepted as seed guardians, and this is terrifying. We get some of the rarest seeds to look after, and the idea is that we try to produce even more seeds to send back to the Heritage Seed Library to increase the stocks. So for these we have a dwarf French bean, Xenia Field, a pea, Carruthers Purple Podded, and a tomato, Costoluto Genovese. Now these are the scary ones, because these are the ones that we have to look after and try and produce even more seeds to send back. We're very, very honoured and absolutely terrified to have been accepted as seed guardians. As this was all developing, we stumbled across someone called the Seed Detective. His name is Adam Alexander, and I contacted him because he was growing this pea. It's Ave Jono or Ave Juan, and this Adam was the only person in the UK actually growing this pea. It was named after a farmer, and I've just forgotten where he's from, I'll put it in the notes, whose grandfather bred it and named it after his grandmother. So again, handed down, and Adam was the only one growing these in the UK. So he very kindly sent us some so that we can try growing these very rare peas as well. Next up, a company called Real Seeds. Now Real Seeds, they're non-GMO, open pollinated real seeds, so that you can save your own seed and keep these seeds going, similar to the Heritage Seed Library in some ways. So we've joined them this year for trial growing some of the more unusual seeds. So for the trial, we're doing a Calabos pointy red autumn cabbage. So that'll be interesting. You don't really see pointy red cabbages. We also have organic Touchstone Gold beetroot. I'm so looking forward to trying this, getting this planted up. And this is an interesting one. Organic Outdoor Survivors Mix tomatoes. Now this is just a mix of tomatoes that might survive outdoors in Scotland and they might not, but we're going to give them a try anyway. And we don't actually know what the different types of tomatoes are until we grow them. So that's going to be exciting. And the last one, Dragon's Egg mini cucumbers. So these are little oval cucumbers that remain white. So what we're going to do with all of these is we've made up forms so that we can document how many seeds we plant, how many germinate, what we get from them, just every step of the way. And most importantly, when we get the food from them, the response from our local community. So this is going to be a sort of separate little project project within our project. So we're really, really looking forward to that. Now, I went out to the Crubs one day last week, and there was a poo bag hanging on the door of the Crub, and I thought, ooh, who would do that? And then I looked a little bit closer, and it wasn't poo, it was these. Quince. So one of our local community he actually collected some of these from us before, and the seeds accidentally got thrown out. I'm so embarrassed. So he collected some more for us. And what we've done is we have collected the seeds from them. I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Oops, thrown them on the table. So we are going to plant these up and grow quince, which is not really a particularly popular fruit anymore, although it used to be. So again, we'll keep you updated on the progress of all of these. In the meantime, it's time for us to get all our cabbages, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflowers, all our brassicas in. And we also have, again from Real Seeds, and I'm going to let you see these because they're beautiful. These are called Jacob's Cattle beans. Look at these. Oh, how beautiful are they? And the next one is yin yang beans. Again, very, very pretty beans. Let me show you. Very pretty. So watch this space. I'll do another video getting them all potted up, and you can see how we go with these, and then we're going to follow them all the way through the season. So that's exciting. Well, I think it is. While we're talking about rare seeds, there is one seed that we haven't managed to source yet. We are still looking because it's an important seed. We would like to grow these, vegetable haggis, to stop the hunting of the wild haggis that roam Scotland. So if anybody knows where we can get some seeds, please let us know. 2 years ago, I found these little green berries on our potatoes. I didn't know what they were. And it turns out that potatoes actually produce seed pods. They look a bit like green tomatoes. So what we did was we took the seeds out and dried them and planted them next year, and we got potatoes. So what we did with them, because we didn't get any more seed pods, so what we did, I put them away in a cupboard and left them, and look, they started to chit. We also got our first epicures, our first early potatoes. So these have all been put in their boxes with their little pointy ends up, and they're now out in the Crub. But what I've done is I've put them in a mini greenhouse inside the Crub, just for a little bit extra protection, because you can see what the weather does. Yeah, we had -3 2 nights ago, but it didn't get down to freezing last night. So I'm in and out, putting fleeces on, taking fleeces off. We've got to look after them as best we can. But yeah, so that's our first potatoes out to chit, and also our true seed potatoes also out to chit. So we're really looking forward to seeing how they go. We have had the delivery of our secondaries and main crops, and also our rhubarb, but we can't put anything out till this weather clears. And so, on that note, we will leave you with a view of today's weather. See you next time.